Good afternoon and welcome to Robin's Fanatics TV with me, AJ, and today I'm doing a vlog for today's pitching in Isthmian League fixture between Carshalton Athletic and Enfield Town. As far as the league table is concerned, Enfield are currently sitting in second place with 15 points from 8 games, and Robins are sitting 5th with 13 points from 7 games. So you could say this is an early season top of the table clash, because whoever wins this game could well be top of the league, albeit for a little while. I mean, Carshalton have already been there, even though it was only for 24 hours. But yeah, so it's a big top of the table tussle, this one today. As for previous results, well, Carshalton Athletic obviously had that very disappointing 4-0 defeat at the hands of Hornchurch last week, which kind of had implications, as I will go through later. But yeah, quite a bad result, that one. It was just one of those games. It's one of those places we never do well anyway. We struggle when we go there anyway. We haven't won there since 2008, so you know, it would be nice to break that record, but we'll have to wait another season for that. Enfield's last game was a 1-0 home win over Margate, which was played on Tuesday night. So Carshalton have the luxury of having a week's rest between games. We were originally meant to be playing Haringey Borough at home on the Monday night in the Isthmian League, but Haringey called it off because they're involved in FA Cup action today, which is totally understandable. So yeah, it should be an interesting one, this one. Last season this fixture was played in January, and Carshalton Athletic came out 2-0 winners. Harry Ottaway scored, and Lewis White on his Robins debut scored the second. That made it 2-0 to the Robins. So hopefully we're looking for more of the same today and trying to get that defeat out of our minds pretty quickly from last Saturday. As for team news, as I alluded to earlier, there has been a couple of ramifications from that defeat on Saturday. Carshalton Athletic have released 2 players. First one being Danny Dudley, centre back, a good solid centre back, but for some reason he was one of the first people to be released, which I'm going to say on here I totally disagree with, because I still think he's one of the best centre backs that we've got at the club. But I think there's other issues in that, which I'm not going to go through because it's not my job to do this through here. But I'll just go on record to say that the fact that Danny Dudley was being released was poor decision. There you are, I said it. Say how it is on these things, that's what I do. The second player being released was Omar Karoma. Rather surprisingly, yeah, he's our top goal scorer with 5 goals in 7 games. But I don't know what the story is with that. I mean, he got substituted last week against Hornchurch, came off and had the right raving hump. So I don't know if that contributed to it. But you know, you really release your top goal scorer. So, but obviously something's happened there, which we'll never find out because the club doesn't really tell us anything. But one thing I will say for Omar, he can't have been doing that badly, because top of the table leaders, Worthing, have signed him up. So yep, he's gone to Worthing. So good luck to him there. I mean, I hope he does there and fits in well. Obviously not when we play there and when they come to us. But I want to give thanks to both Danny Dudley and Omar Karoma, who have been a massive part of Carshalton's success in the past 3 or 4 seasons, and they will be missed. So you know, good luck to them both. As for other team news, well, it's possible, I heard, that we might have David Fisher back in the squad today. He had a trial for Brentford, and then don't know if anything came of it. We didn't hear nothing, and we thought we'd gone because he was our top goal scorer before Omar. He had 5 goals in 4 games. So that would be a welcome replacement to have him back if it's all true and confirmed. But and there's a rumour that Lewis White could be coming back to the club at some point soon as well. Not sure when, but that's quite a rumour, quite a solid rumour that's come through the ranks. So and apparently we've signed a couple of new centre backs as well. So hopefully we'll have both spotted the squad, which is looking a little bit on the weak side, really. We think with regards to coverage in all positions. But if we sign the 2 centre backs, then good. That's one area we probably did need strengthening. But I still don't think Danny Dudley should have been released. Obviously, Harry Ottaway might be in for a start today. It depends. He's been playing more and more games and having more and more of an impact and not having any ramifications or sort of comebacks from his long injury layoff. So maybe he's in for a start today. But we are also still missing Dan Bennett, who seems to be taking some time to recover from that little knock he picked up in the warm-up for the Margate game. But I'm sure he'll be back soon. He was there last week stretching and doing stuff, so hopefully he's on his way to a comeback soon. So yeah, hopefully, hopefully we can get a good game today, and hopefully Carshalton can put the memory of last week's crushing defeat and get back onto it. We're unbeaten at home so far this season, so hopefully we can keep that record going, and who knows, we might finish this Saturday on top of the league. So we'll find out then. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I will be back later on this evening on a report on how today's game's gone and other results in the league. So until then, see you later. Good evening, this is AJ reporting for Robin's Fanatics TV on today's Isthmian League Premier fixture between Carshalton Athletic and Enfield Town. It was another home 3 points for the Robins today as they came through a tricky game with a 2-0 victory over our visitors from North London. As for team news today, we made 4 changes from the defeat at Hornchurch. Obviously Danny Dudley and Omar Karoma are not longer with us, and Kevin Manuel and Arnold Haxu were back down on the bench, and coming in their places was Bobby Price back at right back, Archie Proctor in centre defence, Harry Ottaway made his first start for the Robins today, and David Fisher, who's back with us for a little while. So yeah, it was a good hard-earned win. It wasn't the best game in the world, but Carshalton themselves, we actually started the game quite strongly. Actually, we had come on the front foot and had a few good chances early on in the game. Nyron Cross came over. Cross was just missed by Tommy Bradford, and Bobby Price had a shot deflected for a corner. We started out really strongly, but then there was a stoppage for a challenge on the goalkeeper, which took about 5 minutes, and after that it seemed to calm the Robins down a little bit, and we sort of failed to try and find our momentum as we started the game. But we plugged on. I think we probably had the better of the play out of the 2 teams. Had some half efforts on goal. Closest we came to a goal was Nyron Clunis, who had a really good shot deflected and tipped over the bar by the Enfield goalkeeper to make it a corner. And from the corner, David Fisher shot, and the goalkeeper gathered it up quite safely. But it was looking good. It was looking sort of good on the wings. Because David Fisher plays on the left, and it was all our attacks was probably coming down that side. Nyron Clunis was on the other side, and had a bit of a quiet game today, but still did all right. But yeah, it was a game that was sort of interrupted by long stoppages. There was a couple more lengthy injury periods in it as well, which meant Enfield had to make another early substitution because the player looked like he went over on his ankle. It was hard to see from it, but it was enough to take him off. So yeah, Enfield had to make the early change. But good first half, and we held them to a 0-0 draw at half time. So that was good going. But in the second half, we came out again, and we actually did have the ball in the back of the net. David Fisher actually found the back of the net, but it came from the resultant corner, but the corner had sort of floated out and floated in again, so it was disallowed, which was a bit of a shame really. But but it was we're knocking on the door. We were sort of looking like we were more likely to score than they were. Patrick Oman didn't really have too much to do. Eventually on 10 minutes got in the second half. It was Carshalton Athletic 1, Enfield Town 0, and Tommy Bradford, that man Tommy Bradford again, a lovely ball across the 18-yard box from David Fisher, found Tommy Bradford, and he fired it home to make it 1-0 to Carshalton. So yeah, and you know, we held on to that, and we had a penalty appeal actually after Fisher was fouled in the box. Blatant penalty. We all thought he was a penalty, but nothing was given, so you know, the game played on. Yeah, we plugged away. I mean, they were just sort of resorted to a few long range shots, but nothing really troubling Patrick Oman in the Robbins goal. Harry Ottaway, you know, did well actually. He lasted about 85 minutes in this game, so you know, looks like he's back to full fitness, which is just as well really, considering the you know, players that have sort of gone on their way now, and I think we need him to be back, and him and Fisher look like they could be building something together, which will always bode well for us. Again, Fisher actually found a lovely ball to Harry Ottaway, but he went for a shot, but it was on the stretch, so he connected to it, but it went just wide. It was he couldn't really sort of control it, so you can't really, you know, blame him for that. It was a good effort, you know. Enfield's substitute 16 came on, and he actually come on in the first half for the injured Enfield player, and he had a really good shot saved by Patrick Oman. But that was probably the only time, a couple of times, he was really troubled. Really, he had great command of his area, and defence was sort of, you know, keeping him protected as well. I mean, there was a few chances going down the right hand side, but that's where sort of most of their chances came from when they had any. But their final ball, the final third, wasn't good enough to damage us in any way. So yeah, we're going down. Then 5 minutes from time, Tommy Bradford again made it 2-0. Lovely ball 1-2 with Daniel Hector, who passed it back to Tommy in the 18-yard area, who controlled it, lifted it out with his left foot, turned his defender and volleyed it home with his right foot to make it 2-0. Fantastic goal, really good bit of skill there, and yeah, so that made the game safe really, and yeah, Carshalton come away with a great 2-0 victory. So, you know, I mean, Enfield's a tough game considering they were third and we were sort of fourth or fifth. Well, they were second and we were fourth or fifth. You know, it was always going to be a tough game, but we came out on top in the end. So, got to be pleased with that. It was a good win. We keep the unbeaten home streak going, which is good. You know, if we can sort of be solid at home and just work on our away form, I think we'll be all right. But yeah, so yeah, it finished Carshalton Athletic 2, Enfield 0, in front of a sort of sellout crowd of 600 again. I mean, you know, we are limited to that, but we seem to be selling out our home matches every time. So, you know, that's good. That's good for the club. I mean, there's probably going to be a matter of time when might be a break in play that fans won't be allowed in at some point in the future. But you know, as long as we can keep getting 600 attendances at the football club for the home matches, I think we'll be all right. But yeah, great result, great win, really deserved. We did go top of the league. You know, we actually went third, so you know, Enfield dropped down to fourth and we went up to third. So, you know, home form is played 4, won 4. So that's good. It's always good to build a good base at home. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Keep that up. But elsewhere in the Isthmian League, I'll go for the results of the league today. It's finished. Bognor Regis Town 2, Margate 0. Brighton Sea Regent 1, Folkestone 2. Carshalton Athletic 2, Enfield Town 0. Cheshunt 3, Kingstonian 2. Corinthian Casuals 0, Leatherhead 0, in front of a crowd of 600 there as well. You think you could fit 600 in Corinthian Casuals, but there you go. Yeah, you have done. East Thurrock 1, Worthing 3. Something relevant about this one actually, because Worthing is still top of the league, and their third goal came from one Omar Karoma. He come off the bench and scored a penalty 5 minutes from time. So yeah, he's opened up his account there already. So good luck to him. And also we've got Danny Papo, ex-Carshalton, playing there as well. So maybe he had a hand in getting Omar back there. Who knows? But it'll be good that he's got his goal scoring campaign starting with Worthing. Hopefully not against us when we play, because we're playing them soon at home. But anyway, back to the results. Hornchurch 1, Horsham 1, and Merstham, who are next week's opponents in the FA Trophy, 1, Pottsbar Town 4. So they're not having a best of season, Merstham, but we're there next week in the trophy. I mean, they always do well over us in their own backyard, but their team's not as good as it was 2 or 3 years ago. There's been a lot of changes, so they're not as good as they were then. As far as the league table is concerned, well, Worthing sit top with 18 points from 7 games. Cheshire are second with 18 points from 9 games. So a couple of games in hand there. The games are sort of a bit all over the shop at the moment. Carshalton are third with 16 points from 8 games. Enfield Town have dropped down to 4th with 15 points from 9 games. And Bishop Stortford are in the last playoff place, 14 points from 6 games. So, and they didn't play today because they were in the FA Cup, as well as a couple of other teams in the FA Cup, which is good for them. But yeah, unfortunately not for us. We got knocked out of that a long time ago, sadly. But hey ho, it is what it is. As for the Inchmian sides that did play in the FA Cup, well, just looking through the scores now. Haringey Borough, who were meant to have played on Monday, lost 1-0 at Malden and Tiptree. What else? Yeah, Sutton lost 1-0 at home to Bromley. That's always a good thing. Dulwich Hamlet lost 1-0 at Eastbourne Borough. Cray Wanderers lost 3-2 at home to Canvey Island from the north. So yeah, we've got don't know if we've got any more representatives in the first round of the FA Cup. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, as for back to Carshalton, now, like I said, our next game up is away to Merstham next Saturday when we are playing them in the FA Trophy. I think we actually played them in the Trophy last season. I think we played them at home in the Trophy last season. We knocked them out. So hopefully lightning strike twice and we can knock them out of that. And not do too much damage, because people who view this I quite like Merstham, but it's always going to be Carshalton. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's today's game. Another good 3 points for the Robins, and hopefully we can keep that going and third in the league. No game for the Robins midweek, but I'm probably going to go and watch 2 in the Bedfont Sports actually, and talk about going and watch that one Tuesday. So and I'll probably do a highlights package from that as well if I feel like it. But that's it for the end of this vlog from me, AJ. I will be back. If I'm not back Tuesday, I'll be back next Saturday for our match against Merstham. So keep safe. Give me a retweet and a like, and subscribe to my channel, because I've got quite a lot of these on my channel now. I don't just do Carshalton, I do sort of local non-league. You'll find Fisher on there, you'll find Queen Athletic on there, Merstham on there, So if you like your non-league football, have a look. I mean, that's not professional, I think I do okay considering what I just use a phone and me talking. But yeah, but that's enough of me rambling on. I will be back next week at some point with a new vlog. Keep safe and look after yourselves, and until next Saturday or next time, arrivederci.